Week 15, Joe O, Sammy P. Kicks off tonight with a crap game, Sam. I think you mentioned it quickly, like, yeah, I'm not really interested in this game. And then I'm like, okay, I'll give it a chance. I start to break it down. I'm looking at the numbers beyond the point spread and the total, some angles in this game matchups. I'm like, good job scheduling Festivus tonight because I don't want to watch this game at all. That's where I'm at. I think I've got one prop angle that I could get to, but I don't even know if this player is in the game. Side, total, just not interested. I don't know what the hell you're going to get from these two teams. Neither of them is any good.
My Carameter in general is at about a 2 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
My Carameter for this game is about a 1. I'll find a prop. We'll hear the room later in the show. You know, they do keep betting Atlanta, though. And, you know, this number was 5.5 on the open look ahead. And some books got to 4 yesterday. So that was a nice move on the dog. But here we go. Day of the game, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. So the resistance came on Tampa at 4. The total's been bet up. South Point's up to 44.5, MGM 44, open 43.5. So a little money on the over, a little bit of a push on Atlanta, which was then met with Tampa Bay money at -4. I'm sure there's going to be something in the room later where we go, oh, that's the fade. There it is right there. Like a running back's receiving yardage prop or something like that. But I'm not watching this game tonight. I'm in New York. I'm actually staying tonight and doing the show here tomorrow too. So I'm going to get out in the city again. I'm not watching the game. I ain't betting the game. I really just don't care anymore. That's sort of where I'm at.
Are you reading my mind right now?
Well,
yeah.
You know, I had another meeting yesterday with the bosses. So after that, I'm like, you know what? I just don't care anymore.
Sounds like all three of us did. Individual meetings. A lot of fun. Yeah, look, if I'm in some sort of a pool where I've got to pick every game, like, okay, I've got to make a selection on this game. It's not cracking a top 5. It's not cracking a top 7. I'm in one where you got to pick 7, and every week they give money to a winner if you go 7-0 ATS, which had a nice start last week. Then it goes up in flames. Thanks, Pete Carroll. But yeah, no, it's tough to get there. If you want to fade either team, you have a strong argument. If you want to approach it and say, I'm going against the Falcons. Did you see them last week? First off, you're going against Kirk Cousins. That's not a bad idea to do in general at this stage in his career. And did you see them last week against Seattle? Yeah, they hung, but they didn't hang because they were putting any points on the board. It was 6-6. And then Seattle in the second half, 31-3. Boom, lights out. Like, get the hell out of here. So, but fading Cousins isn't a bad idea. So I was looking at him. Last 3 weeks have been the starter. And where's this offense been with him? They're number 22 in the NFL EPA per play, EPA per dropback, also 22nd. So they're not a bottom feeder. They're like right on the border of being a bottom 10 offense. That's not a big surprise. Like, there will be quarterbacks out there on Sunday that are worse than Cousins. I'm not trying to sell you on Cousins plus 4.5. I'm just saying what it is. Like, he's not at the very bottom, but he's also not average. And then if you want to go against the Bucs, you can sign me up for that anytime. And I've been trying to tell people this for a number of weeks. And then we saw it on display, and people were shocked. How do you lose to the Saints at home if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Well, they showed you. And they've been playing like this for a while. I don't understand the shock there that they lose 24-20 to New Orleans. They were awful on 3rd and 4th down, converted only 5 out of 20 times. I know a lot of people are pointing to Baker because I think that's a low-hanging fruit, the easy thing to do, because you remember him being talked about as a possible MVP candidate. Well, it's not all Baker. It's actually been more of the defense. Ever since the Week 9 bye, we've had 5 Bucs games. They are 1-4 straight up, 0-5 against the spread. They have not covered a game. Now, tougher competition, sure. New England, Buffalo, LA Rams. But the last 2 weeks, we're talking about Arizona and New Orleans. Not winning against New Orleans, not covering either of those 2 games. EPA per play since week 10. Offensively, 24th. Defensively, 29th. They do stop the run, so you can credit them for that. But the secondary is giving up a ton of passing yards. I honestly don't want to hear it when it comes to Baker. Like, I was watching Ibuka last week. He could not catch a pass, and this defense can't stop anybody, and you're letting Tyler Shuck come in and beat you in his rookie campaign. So, fading the Falcons, sure. Fading the Bucs, sure. Take your choice. I don't want anything to do with the side or total. If I had to pick it, I would just take the points in the Falcons because it's more than a field goal.
Reinforcements on the way for Tampa. So they activated Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan, both of them off of injured reserve. Those are two more weapons for Mayfield. That's a good thing. Evans, we haven't seen since, I believe, week 7. Yeah, suffered a broken collarbone against the Lions week 7. So that's good, right? Relatively.
What does he have
speaking.
left?
Also,
I don't think
I
he
don't
was
know.
very good before the injury.
I still looked at him, though, to catch a touchdown at plus 170. That did cross my mind because this morning on my walk to work, because my Uber canceled, 30 degrees outside, walk to work, I'm like, well, I might as well pull up some props. Evans is plus 175 you could find. Now, the other part of that is that Wirfs is back as well. So if you're Baker, you're about as excited as you've been in a while because you got Evans, you got Godwin, Irving's healthy, he's playing, Wirfs is back, they're all pro left tackle. This is as healthy as Tampa's offense has been in a while.
It is. You're right. There's no doubt about that.
You don't seem to care. You don't seem to I don't want to say not care, but that doesn't seem to be enough to get you to Tampa.
No, definitely not. I've been watching this team the last 5 weeks. I think they suck. I don't think they're any good, and I hope Carolina takes a division. They're tied for the lead with Carolina. And that would be a cool story. Shout out Eric Eager if they were able to steal this division away from the Bucs. And they're still minus 300. Even though they're tied with Carolina, they have both of those matchups to go. I really hope the Panthers win this division. I don't have any money on it, but maybe I should. Like you threw out the idea the other day of pairing Carolina with some other ideas, and you can get a pretty juicy number. That's not bad at all. Drake London's out. That's bad for the Falcons. You've got some questionable players. Okay, here's a player that I was thinking about, but he's listed as questionable, so I don't even know if it's up right now. They usually don't post it on Thursday mornings if someone is questionable for that night. But I was looking at, we do have some numbers. Okay, what is Cousins doing with the football? Where's he going? Does he have a favorite target? Now, if London's on the field, he's going to be any quarterback's favorite target because that's the smart move to make. You go to the best player on the field as far as the receivers. So Bijan could be in a tough spot because it actually is a good rushing defense. But passing game, maybe Bijan gets involved. I'm not a fan of running back receiving props. Some people are. I just find them to be quite random, no matter what the matchup ends up being. Looking at Kyle Pitts, last 2 games with Cousins under center, 13 receptions, 18 targets, 172 yards, and he's got long grabs each game, 24 and 30. So 5.5 receptions is the number. Okay, that's kind of close. 58.5 yards. I could see him flying over that number of 58.5. I think that's pretty good. Longest reception, 20 and a hook. Okay, that's kind of up there for a tight end, even though he's not your general tight end. Anytime touchdown for Pitts, plus 230. So what jumps out to me, Sam, is yardage, 58.5 for Pitts.
I'm looking at the board here, receptions. Mm-hmm. Guess who has the highest reception prop? Kyle Pitts, 5.5.
Of course.
Highest in the game. Yep.
In the game.
5.5. Yep.
Damn.
Highest of any player. So Pitts is 5.5. Robinson, 4.5. And of course, the over is juiced because everybody's going to think Uncle Kirk, check down city. So that number's 4.5. The over minus 125 on Robinson catches, 4.5. And then for Tampa, Ibuka 3.5, Godwin 3.5, Evans 3.5. I might go vintage Evans game, man. I might. 3.5 catches over plus 110. I might do it.
Now, to your point about the touchdown idea is, okay, let's say he's back on the field. He's good to go. They took him off IR. He's listed as questionable, right? Or is he 100% playing? He's questionable.
Evans?
Yeah. I think they
Yeah,
put
but
that,
he's going to go.
Yeah, they took him off IR, right? We've seen in the past, like most years, when he's got a bonus looming, they go to him. When there's a potential, remember when he was going to break the team record? I want to say that was at the end of the year. Like, they go to him. They love that dude. He is one of the best players in franchise history. Like, he's going to go down as the best Bucs receiver of all time. No questions about it. So I could see it. If they come out and say he's in, I don't think that's a bad angle at all with Evans. Even though I don't think he has a ton left, and he's just coming back from the injury, Baker's still going to go to him because he can't trust the guys that he has right now. I told you, Ibuka was dropping everything last week.
It really is roulette, though, for the Tampa guys in terms of catches. You got 3 guys at 3.5. Now, the juice does change a lot. Ibuka's over minus 155 at BetMGM. No thanks. Over 3.5, minus 155. Godwin over 3.5, minus 135. And then there's Evans over 3.5, plus 110. Irving 2.5. Mooney 2.5. Well, Mooney's on the other team. Payne Durham 1.5. Rashad White 1.5. We're really going deep because usually we don't scroll the board like this. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what we're doing. We're scrolling receptions props because we hate the game.